Did you go shopping for Black Friday, or you're not that type of guy?
I am definitely not that type of guy, but my girlfriend is. She just loves to shop, and she doesn't need it to be Black Friday to have that mindset.
Looks like she's wearing a new scarf. Did you buy that for her?
I would like to say yes, but in a word, no.
If you're not a VSiN Pro subscriber yet, this is your best shot. Our Black Friday special is live for just $60. You get full VSiN Pro access to everything we offer all the way through May 1st. That includes daily best bets from VSiN host and guest. You get all the plays from this contest, the Circa Friday Football Invitational as well. Real-time betting splits from DraftKings and Circa, 24/7 video and replays on the VSiN Watch app, and all the coverage of every major sport and everything we offer at vsin.com and on these network shows 24/7. This is the biggest new subscriber offer of the year. It's here. Don't wait. vsin.com/subscribe now. vsin.com/subscribe. Scott Pritchard, Las Vegas Pro Bettor, in here with us. And Scott, last year you hit some big futures on the NFL, including the Eagles in the Super Bowl. How do you look ahead to how this playoff situation might play out in the AFC and the NFC right now? What's your analysis of those two conferences?
I think in the AFC, the word of the day would have to be parity, Parity. I think the New England Patriots have the inside track for the number one seed, and for good reason. They have like a 2.5 game lead over the Buffalo Bills, and they get to host the Bills, and that game will be a toss-up. I might expect maybe the Bills will return the favor and knock them off. But Denver, as good as they are, if they're the number one seed with high altitude, thin air, good defense, I'm not sold on their offense, and I'm certainly not sold on their record, but they still could steal the number one seed. I'm not sold on the Colts. I want you to watch and learn. The Colts are going to fade. I've been singing a song about the Jacksonville Jags, and people now are laughing less at me than ever before because they are 7-4. They do get to play the Colts twice, but I played it out, and I almost think that the Colts are going to win that division per the fourth or fifth tiebreaker. So that means they would get a home field game in the first round of the playoffs. And even though the Ravens, John Harbaugh has never won a big game, and Lamar Jackson has never won a big game, the Baltimore Ravens are still, after that debacle yesterday, emotionally, I'm still annoyed by it. The Ravens are still going to win that division. They play Pittsburgh not once but twice. I'm just not sold on Pittsburgh. I do like their coach, Mike Tomlin. So the four division winners, I think, New England, followed by Denver, followed by Colts, Jacksonville. It's going to be a dogfight. Baltimore will steal the division against Pittsburgh. And then what I'm looking at, I think Jacksonville is going to be, I think the odd man, the odd team out, it's either going to be the Chargers or the Chiefs. Mm-hmm. So I expect Jacksonville to get in. Two teams with Buffalo. Buffalo is going to be a 5 seed. NFC, I've been higher than a kite all year since August. Anyone that's been around me knows in August I was talking about I've got 6 figures coming back on the Rams to make the playoffs, -160, the 49ers, -160 to make the playoffs. The Rams are the class of the NFL. They are the absolute best team in football. I said this 6 weeks ago. I've been riding that wave. Good offense, good defense. A lot of people are high on Seattle, but I have to put the kibosh on Tony Gordon's Seahawks, and here's why. 6 quick reasons why the Seattle Seahawks, as good as they are, like their defense, like their coach, like their running game, but I do not like the fact that they're going to be a wild card team. There are 6 reasons quickly why they have no shot, less than 0 chance to win the Super Bowl. Week 17, Matt, they're at Carolina. Then they're at San Francisco. Then the playoffs begin. They're on the road again for the 3rd consecutive time as a 5 seed. And then in the next round, if they should win, upsetting or winning against a 4 seed, then they get to play the number 1 seed, the Rams. And then the 5th consecutive road games will be at the number 2 or 3 seed. That's before you even get to the Super Bowl, which is a road game in San Francisco. So if you think that the Seattle Seahawks are going to win 6 consecutive road games, and each game, the farther you go, is going to be more challenging, you've got another thing coming. The Rams, the class of the NFC, and in the AFC, who the heck knows? I'm telling you, I still think Buffalo is going to come out of there even as a wild card team. But I love number 1 seeds because Super Bowl teams that win and or get there more times than not, they are a number one seed because it's such a tremendous advantage because you get a bye. Only one team in each conference gets a bye, and even I can't find a way to lose if I don't play.
Well, the Patriots took advantage of that for years, right?
Yeah, they absolutely did.
The home field on the way to the Super Bowl with Belichick and Brady. And your buddy, our buddy, Tony Gordon, really likes the Seahawks. You and I like the Rams more than the Seahawks. I think you and Tony have a side bet on this, right?
We do have a side bet, and it's not every day. You don't. When you play poker, there's 8 people playing, and it's your job as a poker player to realize who the mark is. If after 20 minutes you haven't determined who that mark is, you're it. Well, I don't make a habit of going head-to-head with a world-class handicapper, pro bettor like Tony Gordon, who hits 70% winners. But he was barking a little too much one night, which we all do because we have such conviction. And he said proactively he felt that the Rams are going to fall apart. And, you can't say things like that in front of you or me without being called out. So we have a 2-dime bet. He has Seattle. I have the Rams. But I'm not going to make a habit of going head-to-head with Tony.
I will correct you on one thing. I know you're really bothered by the Baltimore Ravens right now. I understand that. But John Harbaugh has won a big game because he did win a Super Bowl.
Well, not only that, he's great. He's great. I love John Harbaugh during preseason. I love him. They went 4 years and didn't lose a single preseason game.
The last 2 preseasons, though.
Well, but because the market caught up to it, but 4 consecutive years, they went like 24-0. Are you kidding me? And I started writing that after 3 games.
It's been a long time since he won a Super Bowl. Some people might have forgotten, but he did win one way back when, beat his brother in that one. Yeah. Scott Pritchard, all right, we've got Stanford plus 32.5 in as your best bet. You got 2 plays on one game, Missouri State -1 against Louisiana Tech, and Tech, Missouri State under the total of 48. I teased this Missouri play. I need the Tigers to win this, get over their win total. You are going to play Missouri -3 at Arkansas. Why is that?
Well, I'm happy to hear that you need this game for your season win total, and great minds tend to think a lot alike. And it's amazing to me because we talk a lot off camera, off air about sports betting, and more times than not, we're on the same page. A case in point right here, Missouri -3. I like this. It's simply 7-4 versus Arkansas 2-9, but it's not about that. Just the most recent game from Missouri, the Tigers did not score a touchdown, yet they outgained the opposition. So the final score, respectfully, is just another stat. So Missouri is better than advertised. They're better than their record would indicate. And 3, to me, is cheap. They're going to win this game going away.
All right, I hope you're right. Missouri -3. How about Troy, Southern Miss over the total of 50.5, and you're going to finish up here with 3 totals.
Goose is on the loose. Goose Crowder. This guy hasn't played the entire season until last week, the quarterback, right, for Troy. And what did he do? First game back, passed for 361 yards. So I look at this. I'm not sold on Southern Mississippi's defense. So if you look at how these 2 teams match up and the fact that Goose Crowder is back, how do you not like the over? 50.5. See the cashier.
All right. One more over. Cincinnati, TCU over 56.5.
Contrasting styles here. With TCU, they have a very high-powered passing game. And on the other side of the coin, you have Cincinnati. The Bearcats have a very established, consistent, steady Eddie running game. And so both of these teams are going to move the ball up and down the field. That usually leads to points. And I expect the Bearcats in this game, based on matchups, to have 150 to 200 plus yards on the ground in this game. So I like the over.
All right. You're the undertaker here in the final play. Charlotte, Tulane under the total of 53.5.
Well, I've been criticized because this is not a marquee matchup, but put $2,000 to $5,000 on a game, and it will become a marquee matchup. You've got 1-10 versus 9-2, Tulane. Now, last time I checked, they're favored by something like 30-plus points, but I'm looking at the total here because the memo, I think, for Tulane should be win and in. They're looking at the American Conference title game as long as they can just win. With so much at stake, the last thing you can do is pull a John Harbaugh or a Lamar Jackson or 5 specific turnovers. If you turn the ball over in the NFL, 73% of the time you're going to lose if you have more turnovers than the opposition. Case in point, see the Ravens game from yesterday. So the American Conference title game, Tulane, they're there to win. They're not there to win by 35, 40, 45 points. They could, right? They could name their score, but I just think that this total is too high. And then I also think that we want to talk about that title game. I think it's going to be North Texas. And I think Tulane will be at home, Louisiana Superdome, because Tulane is seated higher. But I think North Texas, all they have to do is win, and they're in the conference title game as well. That's
Scott Pritchard, Las Vegas Pro Bettor. He's 44, 37-3 in this contest. Right now in a tie for fifth. Scott, thanks for stopping by tonight. Happy Thanksgiving weekend.
Happy Thanksgiving to you. Thanks for having me.